Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob. And today I wanted to do a discussion, just a small discussion, on the Big Bear rear end axle shaft. At what point do you replace it? Well, I'll show you. So what we have here is an axle shaft out of a 2001 Big Bear, Yamaha Big Bear. And it had a lot of rust pits in it and a groove, as you can see, all the way around it. Well, it's real smooth right now. And the reason it is I took JB Weld and mixed it up and smeared a thin coat all the way around that. Then I took some 80 paper and just went back and forth with it. When I got it down to where it was starting to show metal, then I would take these strips of 600 and just do this, and you just get it down to where it's hitting metal all the way as much as possible. Now, yes, this is smooth, and yes, I wouldn't have a problem putting a seal against it, but the kicker is, will that seal over time start wearing the JB Weld out of the cracks or out of the holes and start getting an imprint from just the pressure of the seal pushing against it? So the rubber is going to follow whatever is the weakest point, and it's going to wear the weakest point. Now, I don't know how durable JB Weld is, but I would say that this one here needs to be replaced, and it's going to be replaced. I just wanted to bring up this discussion about this axle shaft and explain to you that yes, you can fix these with JB Weld, or some people even weld all the way around it and then turn it on the lathe, but I don't have a lathe big enough to do that. Some people puts a sleeve on it. I've seen that done before. This is just another way that if you needed this axle in a pinch and you knew you was going to have to replace it anyway, then yes, you could use this. But I wouldn't use this very long like that. Now, I just wanted to show some of the progress that I've had on this particular customer's four-wheeler. It also is a 2001 Big Bear, just like mine, except mine's two-wheel drive, his is four-wheel drive. Command. He's got a push button on his steering column that shifts it from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. But what we've done is we've repainted all the bumpers and racks and everything, and painted them with truck bed liner. And if you remember what this drum looked like, here's a picture of that right now. And now you see what it looks like. Looks really good. And if you remember what the cover for the drum looked like, this would be it. I got one more coat of paint to put on it, and she'll be pretty good. Now the inside of this was really pitted real bad, Wasn't a whole lot I can do about that. Just get the worst of it off and probably spray it too, just to give it some protection. But I don't want a whole lot of paint flaking off into the gear oil. Of course, there shouldn't even be anything in here anyway to begin with. There's not supposed to be any oil in here, so I guess it really wouldn't matter. Basically all this is a cover to cover up your drum, because this goes on and this goes on after it. So we're going to paint that yet on the inside and the outside, because I just noticed I got some thin coating on it, so I was in a hurry. And we've got everything cleaned up and ready to go back together on the rear end. And we just, now some of this stuff, like this right here, this one's my rear end. I got all my stuff over here and all his stuff over there. I went the extra mile on mine. Now I could do that for customers, but they're not going to want to pay what I want for doing what I had to do to get this to look like this, versus this one. Mine looked worse than this, but I don't get paid enough to do that much. If you want the Bison touch, the whole touch, not just a peck. If you want the whole touch, this is the Bison touch. That over there is just a peck. But I like for my stuff to look good. I like it to look like it was brand spanking new. Something sort of like this right here. You know, that all looks brand new. And this is going in mine. And then he brought that one. I said, I'm not doing that twice. That was a pain in the ass doing that, getting that to look that pretty. And it took a lot of Dremel tool with the wire wheel on it, little tiny wire wheels and brushes and stuff going down in these little corners. Sit there for an hour or two. It won't take long to do an hour or two worth of cleaning and only be halfway done. So a lot of work involved in this. So mine needs the axle bearings, and that one needs everything. So he's got 3 kits coming for that from Napa Auto Parts, and some of the stuff I didn't clean up at all. I mean, I cleaned it, but I didn't repaint it. Like this right here, I didn't repaint that because it looks just as good the way it is without having to repaint it. So we're getting there. Just got finished the front plastic day before yesterday, and we're waiting on parts. So I just thought I would bring that axle up and let people know that in a pinch, yes, you can fix an axle that way, but eventually if it wore through metal, the seal, it's going to wear through JB Weld easier. So it's only a temporary fix. I wouldn't trust it any more than a couple of months of steady use. If you don't drive yours but once a month, sort of like it seems to be on mine, it's always raining or snowing, so I keep it covered. But you know, I wouldn't be afraid to put that in mind, but I would also be in the frame of mind that I'm going to be replacing that axle, so start looking for one. So that would be the only way I would use that axle shaft. And yes, we are replacing it with a brand new one. We're waiting for Amazon to send it to us. If you need that axle, you can go on Amazon and get that for about 60 some bucks. If you go to Napa or a place of business like that, you're going to pay $200 and some. He got a price of it for Napa, $200 and some, and he goes on Amazon and buys it for 60 some. So it's no brainer. Just go online to Amazon or eBay. Either one of them's got them for the same price, whichever one it is you prefer, and just replace it. So I'm going to end that here and go in and put this up for you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want to help the channel out, you can do so with PayPal at bisonworkshop@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. Later.